First on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing aqua-colored trunks with black and gold trim, hailing from Nassau in the Bahamas. He weighed in 140.5 pounds with a record of 17 wins and 10 losses. He has 12 wins by way of knockout. Introducing Steve, the Heat Larrimore. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round super lightweight bout, he is wearing solid black trunks, originally from Serov, Russia, now fighting out of Sydney, Australia. He weighed in 138.5 pounds. His fine young record, 6 wins, no losses, 5 wins by way of knockout. And he was the 1991 amateur world champion. Please welcome the undefeated Kostya Tszyu. Once again, the referee in charge of this bout, Sam Garland, now to give instructions.
All right, we're set to go here. Kostya Tszyu and Steve Larrimore. Tszyu, you're going to like this kid. He's short. He's 1.5 inches shorter than Larrimore. He's 2 pounds lighter and 6 years younger. But this kid can fight. We saw him on the Azuma Nelson, Jeff Fennick world title fight we did from Melbourne, Australia. And Tszyu is some kind of fighter. 5 knockouts with 6 wins against Steve Larrimore from Nassau in the Bahamas. We don't know a lot about Steve, but we know there's great fighters down in the Bahamas, like world champs Elijah Obed, Gomi O'Brennan, Yama Bahama. You might remember some of those. But right now it's Kostya Tszyu in the black trunks against Steve Larrimore in the actually the flag colors of the Bahamas, black, yellow, and aqua. All right, so let's watch Tszyu, the shorter of the 2 fighters, go to work on Steve Larrimore. Let's see what he can do as referee Steve Murph has to separate the 2. You see Tszyu looking for an opportunity to get that left hand through. He gets it through, leads with the right hand. Don't forget, he scored 5 KOs in his 6 fights. The kid can hit, and when he gets inside, he is tough. And now the referee again warns him about keeping his hands closed, and Tszyu moves in, trying to go for the kill right here in the first round. He knocked out his last opponent in the first round, and that was Sammy Fuentes, who fought 12 rounds with Julio Cesar Chavez. So Tszyu can punch. And Larrimore says, you're not going to take me out in the first round, as he tries to go with a kind of a lunging right hand. No power seemingly in the punches of Steve Larrimore. Larrimore realizes he's got a tiger by the tail. That little tail that I suppose it's a Cossack type of tail, some sort of Mongolian tail that Kostya Tszyu has. And he fights like a zoo animal in there, I'll tell you. For a little guy, this guy can fight. Tszyu looking right in the eyes of his opponent, Steve Larrimore. Again, he's the Russian 1991 amateur champion. He's from Serov in the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union, in Russia, the state of Russia. But now he's fighting under Bill Morty down in Sydney, Australia. And again, the Bahamian Steve Larrimore is warned about hanging on. You see that left hand in the face. He goes with a sneaky right hand lead. He's got very fast hands, does Tszyu. He catches him with a left hook and almost drops Larrimore here at 120 of the first round. And Tszyu stays right on top of his guy. And very funny, Jeff Fennick, who handles Kostya Tszyu, was telling me during the week when I was asking what color trunks he was going to wear for the fight. He said solid black trunks, and Fennick said like Mike Tyson, and Tszyu said no, like Kostya Tszyu. Nice combination that time. Right hand and the left hook. Tszyu in against a much, the taller guy. It looks to be a much bigger guy. He's only 1.5 inches shorter, but this guy looks like he's about 3 inches taller. And Tszyu is a couple of pounds lighter, but Larrimore doesn't have the zip in the punches that Tszyu has. And Tszyu has that left hand, and he follows it right with the right hand there. And you see when the guy's inside, the guy fights like a madman. He doesn't like being hung on to. He steps back as Larrimore comes through. Wow, with the left hand is Tszyu. Looks for the opportunity to land the right hand. Looping right hand by Larrimore does no damage to Kostya. Russian lets the guy hang on, and the referee Murph finally says, hey, get the hand off the head. 10 seconds to go, and it's the first round. A good action round for Kostya Tszyu. Some states wouldn't allow him to fight with that tail on his head as he scores a right hand in the closing seconds of round number 1. A nice 10-9 round for Kostya Tszyu. Tszyu has got Jeff Fennick, the former champ, working in his corner. Bill Morty's over here from Australia to watch the progression of his young fighter. And I noticed that Richie Giacchetti, who handled Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson working as the cut man and corner man in the ring on Kostya Tszyu and giving the instructions to Tszyu. And you couldn't really have a better guy than Giacchetti working, because he's been through many, many world title fights, especially the one that engineered the career of Larry Holmes as far as what went on in the ring. Don King, the promoter, was the one that made Larry a multi-millionaire. Coming up to round number 2 from the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with us on King Vision. The bell sounds and round 2 is underway. Kostya Tszyu with a tail trailing down behind his head. He's the shorter of the two fighters. The multicolored trunks fighter is Steve Larrimore from Nassau in the Bahamas. And he's trying to pick up the pace here in round 2 a little bit, trying to keep the little guy Tszyu off him. Tszyu bangs him with a straight left hand to the face, goes with the right hand, catches him with a left hook. A little bit of puffiness below that left eye of Tszyu, but that doesn't bother him a bit as he throws about 6 punches there, most landing up on the forehead. And now the referee stops action here, and let's see what this is for. He's taking a point away. He's taking a point away, but I can't tell you what he's taking from who he's taking a point. There seems to be some confusion. Now, is he taking a point or not? I really don't know. Well, we can see that he's cut in the corner, but he was going around pointing to people, the judges around the ring, and again, I don't know whether he's taking a point away or not. I can only report for you on what they indicate to us, and now time is back in. It's going to be insignificant anyway whether a point be taken away, because Tszyu now has got that cut open up, and he bangs him right on top of it again. And now it's Larrimore who seems to be ignited and has the adrenaline going, but a pretty good gash beside that left eye. And again, the referee warns him about hanging on. He has to separate him. Steve Murph. Long looping right hand by Tszyu. Tszyu realizes that this guy has got a lot of heart to him, because he's not allowing the former Russian to intimidate him. Steve Larrimore is showing a lot of heart here. But he walks right into a straight left jab. That left jab is a tearing left jab. As he throws his left, he spins his hand and rips the flesh of Steve Larrimore. Larrimore's got blood gushing from that left eye. Big right hand gets him again. That's about the 3rd time he's been nailed by a straight right hand. And right hand bops off that cut again. And Tszyu, looking, sees the blood, nails him with the right hand. It drops him. A short, crisp hand. It's up to 5 and 6. I don't think he's going to recover from this. It's up to 7 and 8 as he staggers back. 9. The count gets up to 9 and 10. The referee says he's had enough. It's all over. I don't think he counted him out, so I'm not sure whether it's a knockout or a TKO. Watch this now, and we'll show you exactly what happened. You see Kostya move in. Watch for the right hand. He bangs him back with the right hand. He has him lined up now with the left hand there. He bangs him right on that eye again. And here is the left hand. Bang! Catches him right on the side of the temporal bone with that right hand. And Kostya Tszyu showing tremendous punching power. Different angle of the same shot. Tszyu stands there, admires his work, and goes to the neutral corner. And by the time the referee got over there, I'm still not sure whether he counted him out or whether it'll be scored as a TKO. He got back up and appeared at about 9. And so in that case, it would be scored as a TKO. But we'll have all that official for you momentarily. It's kind of a moot point because it's to be scored as a 2nd round KO victory for Kostya Tszyu. He is a fine, fine fighter, and that's the main point of the fight. All right, we'll get the official scoring here momentarily now from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 1 minute, 56 seconds in round number 2. Referee in charge, Sam Garland, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout, and still undefeated, Kostya, the Animal Tszyu.